The Guilty Gear franchise has been around since 1998, yet I haven't heard about the series until its latest installment of Guilty Gear Strive. With a unique metal aesthetic, crazy visuals, and even crazier gameplay, the Guilty Gear franchise has carved its own niche within the fighting game community and seems to be growing. I first heard of Strive from watching a video of Maximillion Dood and decided to delve into the lore and the franchise itself. Needless to say, I was in love from the beginning and I decided to pre-order Strive. And now I would like to present my thoughts on this newest installment through the betas that Arc System Works has presented to us. So come with me, a complete Guilty Gear noob, and we'll see how this goes. During the first beta test, I was utterly intimidated by the systems and mechanics of this game. During the tutorial, I accidentally used a roaming cancel while I used Soul's gunflame technique, and I was able to replicate it during training mode, but not during an online match. And afterwards, I tried my best to replicate it in each match, but unfortunately, I just kept button mashing, and this was all during the first beta. The second beta, however, I kinda came into my own, and I used the roaming cancel at least a few times, so I know I'm getting better. With that being said, the burst mechanic, roaming cancels, air dash, and other mechanics I've discovered do open up the doors for more expression and style. Each match I played, and each time I entered the training mode, I learned something new about the character I used. For example, while playing Soul, I didn't know that his standard punch could counter a lot of what other characters could do. Another example would be Chip Zanoff. I didn't think I could do a forward alpha blade until I did it accidentally during the training mode. So with that, I have to say it's been truly fun to discover what each and every one of these characters can do. And while I didn't get as much time with every character, the main three characters I used were Chip Zanoff, Soul Bad Guy, and Angie Mito. It's amazing how distinct these characters feel. There's not really a Shoto character to be found in the game, if you count Kai, but even then, he's still distinct within himself. For Chip, his speed and pressure are his greatest assets, while his health is the lowest in the game. For Soul, he's an all-rounder, and his fast normals give him an advantage. And lastly, for Angie Mito, I didn't understand why people were frustrated that he was in the game, and I didn't know that he was so oppressive, so it just kind of threw me off that this Japanese flamboyant man with fans was probably the most oppressive character in the game. I have to say, I'm looking forward to playing every other character and seeing what they can do as well. And as for the presentation of Strive, I have to say it's the best looking game I've seen in a while. Arc System Works has outdone itself with how this game looks and feels. Each move, animation, and character feels distinct. There isn't really a Shoto character, as I said before, and I feel that gives each character the ability to stand out and be on their own. And an example of this would be the overdrive techniques that were used. Whether it was landing my own or having an opponent land it on me, I couldn't help but just watch in amazement at how detailed and amazing each overdrive cinematic looked. And the stages, I have to say, they look pretty cool too. But there's one stage in particular where there are like 3 figures in the background, and I'm just like, I'll be disappointed if that's not like the final stage of the story. But I'll have to wait and see. And now I have to go with my critiques. While this game is amazing, I feel it could use some improvements. My first and biggest example would be with one of my matches during an opponent. Their connection was interrupted, I guess, and after winning a few matches, they either rage quit or got disconnected and kind of left the game, but it left me in a state where I just had to sit there and wait for the timer to go down during 2 matches. I couldn't move my character, I couldn't even exit out of the match itself. So I feel like there should be a way to exit out the match if your opponent rage quits or disconnects, and that'll give you a victory, or at least you get a draw from that, you know? Second thing I'll have to talk about is, while the approach of Strive was about not needing the training mode to learn how to play the game, I feel there should probably be more emphasis on how to play, or on how to execute combos, or how to, do certain moves within a certain situation. But I feel those will come during some sort of mission mode, like all fighting games have, and I'm not worried about that. But I am worried about the lobby system. While a vast improvement over the last beta lobby system, there were still some bugs to work out. For example, whenever I try to go onto one of the stands, it would say the information of the stand couldn't be found. So I feel like that should be something that's addressed, or it could interfere with the player's fun. Maybe I don't know, I would say have you stand at the stand, and if the information can't be given, if you can't find the information, maybe close off that stand for the player so they know where not to go and try to find another stand. But that's just my suggestion and my criticisms. I'm not a game developer, and I wish the Strive team the best on bringing this game forward. But with that being said, Guilty Gear Strive has so much potential, and I can just see it becoming one of the best games I play this year. And while there are some flaws, the goods outweigh the bads by miles. So, with that being said, I'm truly happy with where this game is, and I want to know, are you happy with where this game is? Are you not going to buy Strive? If so, why not? But I would love to fight each and every one of you in an online match and improve myself and get the full Guilty Gear experience. But tell me what you think. Am I just a noob ranting? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you, God bless, and have a good day.